Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to the Players Club, a podcast by the players for the people. Whether it's your first time joining us or you've been here for every episode, this is episode 7, and I'm your host, Darien Rencher. Yeah, welcome to week 7 of the Players Club. I'm really excited about this week. I got one of my really good friends, a fellow super senior here at Clemson, the quarterback of our defense, James Skalski, coming on to join us. And also, guys, he's our first defensive guest. So it's going to be good to hear from the other side of the ball, get some different perspective. So really excited about that coming up soon. And like always, get you guys' questions. One of my favorite parts of the show is always like kind of our interaction, our connection, you know? But first, recapping the week like we always do. We had a bye week, so we're off last weekend. I got to relax, watch a bunch of football, and what a week of college football it was. This was a weekend where you realize why college football is probably the best sport in the world, because it's so unpredictable and it's so entertaining, so exciting to watch. And so it was really cool. I actually forgot I was a college football player this weekend. I'm sitting on my couch and I'm just like, it's because it's so different, like watching things on TV and then obviously living in the moment. I'm like, because you're like looking at these people like, dang, I'll do this every Saturday. Like I'm on TV and because I know my thoughts when I'm on the sideline. And then I also see like, I wonder what these guys are thinking or doing. And I'm like, I do this every weekend. So it's kind of weird. I forgot I was a college football player because we weren't playing this weekend. But this weekend, crazy. Obviously, the biggest story of the weekend was Alabama loss. And I think it just really shows, just like prime example, our team right now, they're like, man, winning is hard. And nobody is invincible from losing if you don't come with your A game and come prepared for a team to give you their best shot if you're a premier team. And so obviously them going down, it did give us a little hope. I mean, it was just good to see somebody else feel some of the struggles we're feeling, because we're playing well, we're a really good team. But at the same time, like in games like that, like you're on the road, like it comes down to a few plays, and they play well, just not good enough to win. And that's kind of, I feel like, a couple games for us this season that we've lost is like we played good enough, but not good enough to win. And so, yeah, I can't wait to see what the rest of the season holds. A crazy season, and the craziness I'm sure will continue. The theme of this year is just unpredictable. Like nobody knows what's going on, and I feel like the way it's going to end is going to be the same way it's been going, unpredictable. So I can't wait to see how it's going to end. But we're back this weekend. Once obviously bye weekend's weird because you're off, but then. We play a Friday night game. I'm super excited. Friday Night Lights. I haven't played on a Friday in a long time, actually, because we usually play these games on Thursday nights. So it's the first time I played on Friday night, probably since high school. And so back into action. Play Syracuse up at the Carrier Dome, which is always a cool place to go play because it's all this noise, hot air, breath, and everything trapped into this little vacuum of a dome. So it's really cool. It's always exciting to go play there. Long way from home, get to travel. There's really nothing in Syracuse. I mean, I don't know. Whenever we go to a hotel, it's kind of whatever. But excited to go play. Excited to get back in the fight, and kind of we're coming out of this first half of the season, kind of like trying to put that behind us and just really go be who we feel like we know we are. So trying to learn from all the mistakes and kind of double down on all the good we've done and make this run, because people think about September, but everybody remembers November. And so we're trying to make this stretch, make this run, and see what happens for us this season as we try to battle back for some of the adversity. Then obviously, like always, like next week, I'll recap how the game went, and we'll touch on everything that happened in college football. But coming up next, like I said, really excited to have this guy on, my good friend, my brother, James Skalski. Episode 7 here at the Players Club. Really excited to have my guest on. This is a guy who's built me every step of the way. Super glad he came back to be a super senior with me. The quarterback of our defense, my brother, James Skalski. What's up, bro?
What's up, man? Happy to be here, dude.
For sure. Glad to have you on. Just for the record, this is a historic night here at the Players Club. This is our first defensive guest. Had a lot of guys on, but first defensive guy. So excited to have you on, bro. Repping the other side of the ball.
Yeah, give you a little different perspective here. So,
indeed, bro. And just starting off the back. So, context: me and Jamie are both super seniors. We kind of all gave each other that name. Coming back for our 6th season here at Clemson. We've been a part of a crazy ride, and now trying to see how we go finish this thing out. But, bro, I know for me, my decision was, what made you come back for your last year?
You know, of course, we didn't end like we wanted this last season, and anyone can say what they want to say about how we're going this year. But I mean, I think when you're in a place like Clemson, you truly have to be here to understand what it has to offer. And man, you just really can't turn down some of the things they do have to offer, as far as the people and just bettering yourself as a person, and then more and a football player too. So no matter how you look at it, in my opinion, it was a win-win regardless. So I just love being a part of this program. I love being at this place. I couldn't say no.
Yeah, we fall in the same boat, bro. It's a special place, and like we've been there the longest, and it really is. It's the people that make the place. Like everything about it. And obviously, people leave, people go, people come, people go. But like, it's special, man. And on that same line, so coming back for your 6th year, if anybody follows you, they know you got potential to play at the next level. You've had a great college career. But how close were you to leaving? Like for the people out there, how close were you leaving last year to go to the league? And what was that decision process like?
Dude, going into last season, I was out of there. I was gone. I forgot to mention I tore my groin last year too. Missed a lot of the year. Had surgery, and that was really frustrating. So even like going into the off season, I didn't feel like I was going to be fully ready to like showcase what I could fully do. So, but we were out the door, man. I mean, Nolan's down in the room right now. We were out the door,
right,
ready to go, and life happens, and here we are yet again. Just yesterday, me and you were true freshmen running up the hill because we couldn't take part in the team conditioning yet.
I know.
Coming back from injury. Remember that? You remember that, man?
I do, bro. Look, down memory lane. We both came in together back in 2016, and I was walking on. I wasn't on a team yet, and he was hurt, and I was just kind of sneaking into the workouts way back when. So yeah, literally when I say we've been here.
Yeah, they wouldn't let me do conditioning yet. And so me and Rencher, I remember we were sitting in the locker room and all the guys were running. We're like, let's go up to the hill by ourselves. So I remember just me and you doing the same thing they just did without any of the coaches or trainers knowing, because they couldn't know. But long journey since then.
Who would have knew it? It's played out pretty good, man. We've had a great run, bro. Great ride. Another thing I want to hit on. So quarterback of our defense, and there's a guy who I'm about to reference that if anybody knows as much about him, it has to be you or Ben Boulware. But I'll probably say you because you've gotten more years with the man named Coach Venables. But what makes – obviously people talk about him being a future head coach, maybe so, one of the greatest defensive coordinators, I would say, in this era of college football. Has made Clemson's defense what it is. He's the core of it. What makes Coach Venables Coach Venables?
Man, that guy is right here all the time. He's got his guard up, and he's obsessed with the game, like obsessed with it. He loves every bit of it. Man, but I really think, man, he loves proving people wrong, or he just loves winning at all costs. And I mean, it's contagious when you're around him, and you want to be the best version of yourself for him, And I love playing for that guy. He's been probably the most special coach in my life as far as getting me to where I am today.
For sure. And so people obviously see him getting held back by Coach Smo on the sidelines. So during the games, they see the intensity, they hear all the horror stories. Is there a story that comes to your mind? You know what I'm saying? Is there a story that comes to your mind? You got a bunch of them. I see them happen in real life at practice. What's a story, a moment that comes to your mind where you can put the ferociousness, the intensity of Coach Venables into words?
God, there's many. Some I can't even share.
No, yeah, we
there's plenty. For sure. But we always joke, man. That he's Jekyll and Hyde. 1 second he's screaming in your face, and the next he's picking up his daughter from softball practice or going coaching softball practice, and the sweetest man alive. This is not really a story. You're talking about how crazy he was. I remember when I was a freshman. I got in for a couple reps and I messed up, and he told me, Skalski doesn't get another rep the rest of the practice. Little did I know I wasn't going to take another rep for 10 more weeks. Like, that's how. Like,
wow.
On your P's and Q's you got to be, when you want to play for this team and play for that defense, man. Like, you got to love it. You got to completely buy in. And if you don't, you're not going to see the field. It's that simple.
And people are just referencing, like, that is one of the funnier things is, like, getting to be around the coaches and Coach Venables now is, like, and, like, my entire career. So I was on scout team with him. I was this running back, and He was proud to have me, but also proud to let me get beat up. So you remember being over there, but just seeing the wrath and the intensity. But then you see his like little daughters, like, you know what I'm saying, coming to after practice, and he just turns into a big, like you said, ooey gooey. You know what I'm saying? Like the perfect dad. You see him on a football field, you don't even know this type of like love exists within him. You think it's just all like, this dude's crazy. But then you see his daughters and he's like, oh, flip the switch. What do you feel like has made you the player you are? Because obviously people have seen like your intensity. You know what I'm saying? That you've kind of like been like Coach Venables on the field. Like, what do you feel like makes Jamie Skalski the player he is?
Man, I mean, it's maybe a cliche answer, but like I think I'm like Venables in that I'm obsessed with it, dude. Like, I love everything about it. Like the film, the waking up early, the taking care of your body, the extra conditioning, all of it, that goes into just being good, having a chance on Saturday. I love that. I love the competitive, nature of it. And so I'm thankful the Lord gave me this love for this game, because it's opened so many doors for me. But it's got to be that, man, just my passion and my love for the sport, man. It's only growing as I get older. It's only getting stronger and stronger.
In that same vein, you talk about like the intensity it takes to play at Clemson. You obviously worked your way up. What did it take for you to earn your respect at Clemson?
Man, years and years of, you walk in here and you think you know football. You think you got it all figured out. You don't know crap, man. You don't know anything. But man, it takes a lot of you need a lot of help, man. I remember, shout out JD Davis and Ben Bowler, all those guys that taught me so much, helped me along the way. And it really took until like my fourth year I really like started figuring out football, like really understanding, the X's and O's and the scheme, and really put it together. That was 2019, my fourth year. That was the first year starting. Right. And you need a lot of help, man. You need everyone in your corner, because you can't do it alone.
All right, so people see because the linebacker position comes like, that's like you got to be physical. You kind of got to be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, to a certain extent, like you got to be crazy on blitzes. I hate blocking these guys, but it's part of my job description because they come in like kamikazes and they got things to do. Bro, what does it take to play linebacker at this level?
Dude, I think I love the linebacker position so much, because you get, I would say best of both worlds, but it's not even, there's more than one world. There's the crazy, right, the physicality of it. There's this in space, and then there's covering people, and then there's the X's and O's and calling and really truly being a quarterback of the defense. I don't think a lot of people realize, but it takes a lot of willingness to fail, because you're going to a lot to really figure it out. And like you said, you gotta be a little crazy. You gotta be able to buckle it up and get your nose bloody.
So, as a running back, for me, like when I go into pass protection, I just tell myself, I can't say it online, but I tell myself, don't be a blank. I tell myself, I go to that place. I'm like, don't be a blank. Just figure out how to get this done. Be violent, be aggressive, and the play will be over. You go to the next play. Hopefully you get the ball next play. For you, walk the people through, when you go on a blitz, like, what is the mental, because people can't even, like, a lot of regular people will never experience, you know what I'm saying, that mental process of like, all right, I'm about to try to go run through somebody's face.
Yeah, no, I was about to quote Marshawn Lynch for you, like, run through an MFer's face, like. And of course, there's angles, and on a certain blitz, I'm going to be on this side and that side. Yeah, there's all that. But at the end of the day, it's as simple as I got to run through someone's face, and that's football, really, man.
So there you go, people. If you're ever in a position, you ever want to go to that place, run through somebody's face, bro. So all to say, you're a linebacker. You know what I'm saying? Probably will go down as one of the best linebackers to come through Clemson, which is a great thing to say. Coming back this year, our defense has been amazing. How does it feel to see like a lot of young guys, everybody come together, like the defense be what it is, like one of the top defenses in the country? How do you feel like leading the charge?
I feel it's great, dude. We got we're super talented to begin with. When you got the guys we got up front and in the back and everywhere, you just got to be committed to knowing what to do. And we got a lot of guys that do that. we got a lot of experience. I got my bruised brother next to me, and man, he
Yeah,
makes me better every day, and I don't even think he gets enough credit for how good he is too. And just it's great, man. It's great when you're in a room every single day with all these guys, and they're all locked in, focused, and like actually wanting to be great. Because you've been around, you see some guys that aren't fully committed sometimes, and it can be
no doubt.
frustrating. So it's always so encouraging, and I think that's why this year has been so joyful. Because it may not be going exactly like we want it, but we're in there every day, man. Me and you see, how bad this team really wants it, and
Exactly.
and that for me, that's all you can ask for as a player, as a teammate.
Yeah, so just like you were saying, I think we both have interesting perspectives on like how the season's going. But how hard is it like for as a defensive player to like be playing like your heart out and maybe like we're not like, what I'm saying, we're not capitalizing on our end. Like how does it feel?
I think when you coach by someone like V, you're trained to enjoy your back against the wall sometimes, and I think, the going gets rough sometimes, but that's just how we like it, man. Like, you got a challenge, put it in front of us, good, man. We're excited. Let's go. Maybe something doesn't work out on one end, good, man. We got your back. We'll make it right. And we keep prevailing, man. We keep prevailing.
I agree, bro. And that's the thing. I can't wait. And I feel like it's coming soon, bro. I know it's coming soon because it's
It's
gonna be
coming,
due
man.
time to where we all like, what I'm saying, the triple braided core, like Coach Swing talks about, special teams, offense, and defense. We all put together,
Synergy.
and
That synergy's coming.
yeah, bro. We've seen a lot. Like we've seen national championships. We've seen, bro. We've been in the AC championship every year of our career. We've been in the playoffs every year of our career. What particularly has this season taught you so far? Like, what has the adversity from this season taught you?
You got to find joy no matter the situation. Like, I remember Rook asked me the other day, "Hey, what's your record right now? Like your overall record?" And I was just kind of going through the years and like thinking about the ups and downs. Really, just a lot of ups, right? Because we've
Right,
had
right, for sure.
a lot of ups, and you got to appreciate everything it throws at you. The game throws at you, because it's not all sunshine and rainbows always, man. It's not sweet, man. It's a tough game. So just finding joy in whatever the game throws at you, because it's going to be curveballs left and right. And so I think with us though having so much success, it's going to help us with the young guys, kind of get them through this rocky road for in a second. We're about to come out smooth sailing, I think, real soon.
No doubt, bro. Has this season taught you anything about yourself particularly?
Mm, man, the word joy just keeps coming to mind. Like this
For
season
sure.
reminds me how much I like love the game, and how much it doesn't matter to me. Like, the rankings, the titles, and the
Right.
records, and the trophy, all this crap, really. But it's all about the journey. It's literally like, we play on
Come on.
Saturday.
Hey, come on.
I know it. Like, I didn't mean to quote your thing, but like, Saturday's cool and all, but man, the best part of what we do is Monday through Friday. That's the best part of what we
Right.
do, and just being with the guys, and just going through the
No doubt.
process week in, week out. You can't beat that. You can't beat that, and it's special.
I had to go here. And here's a question. I feel
I
like
already
you
know where you're
look,
going. I already
look,
know.
look, 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 look. If anybody is seasoned on this topic, it is you, my bro. Like you play ball. It's a physical sport. Like let's go ahead and put that on the table. It's a physical game. That's why we all love it. That's why people watch it. It's literally modern day gladiator. It's barbaric. But then obviously it made rules to protect the game, and which we like. Yeah, I'm saying we do like.
Yeah.
What is your official like ruling on the targeting stuff?
Look, I've seen the clips. I mean, I did it, right. Like, I'm the one who delivered the two hits I've been ejected for. So, uh, I just know that it's there to protect them and me, and I mean, I agree. I agree with the calls they made. Man, it was targeting. It was targeting. I put my head down, and when you're the one delivering the blow, you start to think about your own, my health, dude, like my longevity. Like, I gotta be conscious of They're trying to protect me, and that's real.
Right.
Do If you look around college football right now, I think I think they're going a little overboard, and
Yeah.
they have like I agree with the what targeting is. I agree with like the textbook definition. What I don't agree with is how they're throwing dudes out of games for
I
one
know.
mistake or one. People don't realize how fast things happen out there, how fast people are moving, how fast things happen. People don't realize that. They think we consciously go like
Right.
nosedive into somewhere. Like it's not like that at
Yeah.
all. Like you're trying to make plays, you're trying to put your body out, you're trying to win. You're trying to go win.
Yeah.
And it's hard. And to throw, players out of the game for just not even maybe not even a mistake, but just a bad situation where no one's really winning with a hit. It's just I think you're really hurting the product on the field, and they got to review it, man. They got to change the rule. Let's get a better college football. It needs to move to more like NBA flagrant one, two, or how they're doing it in the league right now.
We've soaked up college football as much as you can get. I feel like we both got a PhD in college football. What will you miss most about Clemson when you leave?
You're talking about like the city as a whole, or you be talking about like
All right.
like
Let's go.
are we getting into the position?
Let's go.
Because there's different aspects.
All right. We'll break it down. Okay. What will you miss most about the football facility? We'll start here.
All right. There's two things for me. The food for sure. People don't realize how good we got it.
Bro, you're the third person to come on the show and say that.
Dude, the food they got's unbelievable. And then again, earlier today, I was joking with Danny Poole. I was in there, like I was getting something for like a little cut I have. I was like,
Yeah.
Danny, I'm gonna be in the real world in like a couple months, and man, like I'm gonna be calling you if I need something because I don't know. We get an MRI in like 12 hours. Like,
Right.
You gotta wait like a month to get an MRI on something. You know what I mean? So I think like
Exactly.
just the resources you have so closely and readily available, and the food for sure.
All right. So that's the football facility. What will you miss most about like Clemson University? Think like you can take that wherever you like the football games. What will you miss most about Clemson?
Man, game days are pretty special. Like going through a Tiger Walk and just seeing all the support and appreciation, and then that stadium, man, is unbelievable. So man,
Yeah.
I think I'll miss playing in Death Valley probably the most, because it really is a special place, and it always goes by so fast. But I've really found myself really standing there and looking around before and during games this year, like just really trying to soak it all in.
So 6 year, this will be your 6th year at Clemson. You played in a lot of big games. We've been a part of a special run. People view you as one of our captains throughout the past couple of years, a leader on our team. Like, what is James Skalski most excited about leaving behind at Clemson?
I mean, just someone who did everything they could to do it the right way. Man, I want backers down the road to look at the kind of work I put in and prep I put in, and play I've had on the field, and want to emulate that. And so, and I want to leave the guys with an example, like a blueprint to how to be great, and how to get the best out of yourself, I should say. So that's the main thing I want to do. Just leave a blueprint of how to be the best version of yourself.
I guess that leads us to the last question. What's your mindset for the rest of the season? To finish out your last year, 6th year, we'll see what happens. What's your mindset for the rest of the season?
Man, I've said it probably 3 times already, but no matter what happens, we lose every game the rest of the way, we win every game, we go whatever happens, I want to just have so much joy in playing the game, for myself and with you guys. Because man,
Right.
we've been doing this for 6 years together, dude. It'd be a shame if we didn't enjoy every second we had left. So just loving everything about what's to come and embracing it, because what does Coach Sweeney say all the time? All things work together for the good.
Romans 8:28. We'll give a little shout out. No, seriously, I'm same way, bro. It's gonna be a special ending. Like I know it's only right. Either way, I'm excited to. Bro, it's been a good journey. Like if we don't get another win, bro, we literally I got my ring sitting over here to the left of me. Like we got more than enough to show for our college career. So I just want to end on a good note. End with my brothers, place I love. with the people I love. So, bro, appreciate you for coming on the show. The Players Club, the first defensive guest ever, and more to follow. But, Jamie, appreciate you, bro.
No problem, man. It's been fun.
Yeah, appreciate my guy James Skalski for coming on to the Players Club. Looking forward to finishing our super senior year with him in a strong way, starting this week at Syracuse. All right, folks, it's now time for one of my favorite parts of the show, the Q&A portion, where you guys send in questions and I'm able to answer them. And like always, you guys have been sending in some great questions, so let's get to them. All right, first question coming in from Los Angeles. Malika says, is there an order of who runs down the hill? And great question. And there actually is an order. So obviously the head man, Coach Swinney, goes off first. And so it all starts, everything you see on game day is so strategic, like every little nuance to game day, there's somebody in control of everything. But as far as the run down the hill goes, how we get to the hill from the locker rooms, we get on these buses, like these charter buses. And so the seniors get on last because the seniors are the ones who run down the hill first. They're the ones you see, we're up there swinging and rocking, and we run down the hill first. And so everybody gets on these buses, and the seniors will get on last, and we get on the first bus. And so whenever we pull around to the hill, we're the last one. So we're the last ones, like to get on the bus. So we're the first ones to get off the bus. And so, like the charter bus, we get up there, we park in front of all the fans, we run off, and obviously we get first dibs. So the seniors get up there on the front line, and from there, it's kind of like a free for all kind of fight. You see some guys don't really care where they're positioned in the order. But some guys always seem to kind of maneuver their way to the front of the line. I'm kind of one of those guys. I didn't really care. Like, I don't know. I know I'm going to get my little moment to shine, touch the rock, and do something to the sky and try to find my people in the crowd. So I don't really care about running down there first. But there's some guys who like are adamant, like, I got to get towards the front of the line. But as a senior now, I do like being towards the top of the hill because it's cool to be like the first layer of the guys rocking. You kind of can see everybody, the suspense of wait for the cannon to fire. And for everybody to run down the hill first. And so, yeah. So seniors first. And then it's like whoever gets off the bus first after that. Like, it ain't really no order. There's respect for the seniors to get to the front. And then after that, you just get in where you fit in. All right. Next question is my man Sean from Toccoa, Georgia. He says, what is the most important lesson the events of last year taught you? And just recapping, he's talking about summer of 2020, the height of like all the racial injustice as far as like my generation's ever seen, and so I think we all can recount like the George Floyd death and everything that came along with that, and there's all this heightened sense of everything that was going on that summer. It's during a pandemic, and I feel like it was one of those times where it's one of the few times in like I feel like in my American history at least, where people couldn't look away from everything that was going on because there's nothing to distract us from. There was no sports, there was no concerts, no nothing. We were in a pandemic, and I think it was one of those things that people really they couldn't ignore, even if they tried, because it was like so blaring as what was going on. Things that I think issues that have been long overdue, but finally heard and finally put into the public space like never before. And just recapping my experience was like anybody, I was frustrated and confused and battling through like, what do I believe? What is the right thing to do next? Like, how do I help myself navigate through this? How do I help my friends, my family, teammates navigate through this? And so one of the things that we were able to do along like with some of my friends on the team, we were able to host like a peaceful demonstration here at Clemson. And it was really cool because I go to school in the Deep South. I'm from the Deep South, and this is one of the areas where I feel like a lot of these ideologies were birthed as far as like African Americans, Black people not being viewed as equal or getting treated unfairly. And so even though there's so much progress has been made, a lot of those hints of racism are still embedded deep into the place that I live. And so for us to do something like that in Clemson, I think it was really special. And for everybody in the entire Clemson community to kind of come together, especially at the Clemson University side, just like all the sports, all the administration, our president, our mayor, law enforcement, to come together for a moment like that during such a critical time for so many people that were looking for anything and everything to just figure out how do you navigate through this space? Like, what am I supposed to do? And so for me and my friends to kind of host something, put together something that I feel like was beneficial in that time, and it provided people hope, inspiration, and just a time to feel understood and heard. So it was a day I'll never forget. Like, I think it goes into, I won national championships, had big plays, been put on scholarship. That would definitely be a top 5 moment in my Clemson program career, without a doubt. The biggest lesson I learned from all that is that like deep within my core, like in my spirit, I really feel like I had a responsibility as a human being to do something right and to do something to make this place better and brighter. And obviously I think with a platform, you do have more like responsibility to people because you have a lot of eyes on you. But I think just as a human being, that's what I've always encouraged people is I think a lot of times doing the right thing or standing up for what you believe in or trying to make a difference and influence the people around you kind of gets put on the people that have like a bigger following or like influence, whatever that means. But I really think every human being has a responsibility to make like this world a better place and to make things around you better. And so for me, that was the biggest lesson I learned is like we all have a responsibility. And at the end of the day, like the way history will record is like it'll be a series, you know what I'm saying? It'll be a recording of how we acted and responded to things that were going on around us. And so hopefully I want to be on the right side of history. So I would say that. And then you never know how much like your act of obedience can be used to help people out. Like I had no idea that like moment would have so many ripple effects for years to come. Like it's been a year and a half since that happened, and people still come to me to this day, like from at the games or out in Clemson, like alumni or people like board trustee members, people like very affluent people, or even people just like younger kids come up to me and like, hey, I was there or I saw that, and like, man, that really impacted my life. And for me, I was just trying to do what I feel like was right in my heart, and I had no idea that like it could be used for so much good. But on that same note, the reason I say we all have a responsibility because there's a quote that like really helped me during this time, and I love it so much. It says, "It is not the one person, the one thing that'll make the difference, but it's all the people and all the things that'll make the difference." I mean, that's where like my thought process comes from. It's like, it's not just the people that are on TV or people that have uniforms that'll make the difference. It's like, it's everybody, whatever you do, wherever you are, like you have an opportunity to make a difference. And that's what's really going to make the change. And it is making change and has made change. It's everybody doing that part to make it better. And then I would just say like, you never know how much like the things on your heart can impact the world around you. Last question, you guys. My man Cooper from Greenville, South Carolina. Shout out to the 864. He says, what made you want to start the podcast? Yeah, so I am a football player, but I'm also a college student who, just like anybody, is trying to figure out what am I going to do with the rest of my life? And so that's kind of a golden question for me right now. Is like, so Rench, what are you going to do after football? Like, what are you thinking about doing once you graduate in December? And it's like, this is kind of me experimenting with that. But I've been really inspired by people like Kirk Herbstreit, Marty Smith, Maria Taylor, like Tim Tebow, and I think about other guys like Brandon Marshall, just people that have like really done well in the media space. And I would be doing this if I didn't love to talk. And so I've always like feel like I've had a voice and love to talk to people. Actually don't mind listening to me, tell stories or do whatever. And so I feel like it was kind of one of those things like, all right, well, I think, could this be a future potential career of mine to get in front of a camera and talk sports and do broadcasting and all this stuff? So really just to get my reps in, like anything, I feel like you get better as you go, and you don't know how hard it is until you try it. And also you don't know how good you could be until you try it. So really this is me experimenting. So y'all are seeing it full fledged, like me experimenting with one of my dreams or one of my potential things I want to do in my life. And so I'm liking it so far. And you know what? The podcast is growing. You guys subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. You guys are following everything. If you haven't followed yet, hey, follow along. I think it's a good thing we got going here. I really feel good about it. I'm loving the guests that are coming on. I love it. Like I'm really excited about it. Support the dream. Come on. Like, why not? You're watching. You must think it's halfway decent. And here's the good news. It's going to get bigger and better as we go. So come along for the journey. Subscribe, like, comment, share these things. Hopefully you're enjoying them, which I feel like you are if you watched up until this point. So yeah, guys, that has been episode 7. Like I said, I want to thank my guy James Skalski for coming on, the quarterback of our defense, living legend at Clemson. Can't wait to finish this season out, our careers out together. And then, yeah, next week we'll get to how me, Jamie, and the team did this weekend going up to Syracuse. Looking forward to another big division game in ACC. Like always, guys, hey, follow along with the pod. Like, subscribe, follow, comment, all of the above. And we're on the road, like I said last week, to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So if you haven't subscribed, make it happen. We're almost to 500, so get us over the hump. Get us to 1,000 subscribers. Follow along on every platform. We're everywhere. Yeah, it's been episode 7. Can't believe 7 episodes are down. But you guys keep following along. We'll keep getting bigger and better. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week.